I blame Jude Bellingham and Gareth Southgate, said Rachel. I look, Rachel, I'm not surprised that I'm coming on here tonight and having this conversation, mate. I've warned all summer that this is a stupid situation that we find ourselves in. And I know people want to stick their fingers in their ears and say, la, it's not happening, Trent won't go anywhere, yada, yada. But just answer me one thing. Since Christian Falk has come out and said that Trent is interested, Madrid are interested, and talks have taken place, I've not seen a journalist come out and say that it's rubbish. And that's the worrying part. If this was complete pie-in-the-sky stuff, I would expect a David Ornstein, a James Pearce, a Paul Joyce, whomever, to come out and say, not happening, not true, nothing to it. But I haven't seen that yet. And that's what worries me. I would say, always take what Christian Falk says with a pinch of salt. I'm not trying to say that he's the most reliable journalist in the world. But it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that this could have been a situation that we were going to face this summer. So I want to know what you guys are thinking about. If Trent does indeed have his head turned, what do we do? I mean, the obvious suggestion here is go and trigger the release clause for Frimpong, but again, we don't know where we're at. And now we're looking down the barrel of players leaving rather than the additions that we want to make in the window. So I'm a little bit concerned about what is going on behind the scenes at the club. I don't think people really get the gist of how dangerous a game this is that Liverpool have played. Trent could, if he so wished, in just August, September, October, November, December, 6 months, Trent could sign a pre-contract agreement and sail off into the sunset for free at the end of the season. That's kind of where we're at. And people saying can't sell Trent this summer. Well, you don't have much choice if he's not going to agree a deal. So, the options on the table right now are get Trent to agree a new deal, which will involve us overpaying, sell him to Real Madrid, or take your chances and see what happens throughout the season. All of them, absolutely avoidable. Every single one of them. So for all the FSG are the best in the world crowd out there, what are you saying now? When we haven't made a signing, and before you tell me, Craig, the transfer window's open for 6 or 7 more weeks, the season starts in a month. 1 month until the season gets underway. 1 month. No business. It's getting to be embarrassing. And the excuses are going to be never ending. And I don't care what anyone says anymore. We need to get going. We need to get cracking. And we need to stop looking like a banter club in the transfer market. It's getting embarrassing. Trent is going to stay, in my opinion. Virgil more likely to go. The reason I've been worried about Trent is for a couple of reasons. One, the manager situation. Like, you all seen how upset Trent was at the end of last season. When we were saying goodbye to Jurgen, we seen how sad Trent was. And that's understandable. Jurgen was a huge part of Trent's development, turned him into the player that he is, along with Trent's own hard work, of course. And you've seen how upset he was. So then he goes away on international duty for a month with England, where he's talking to Jude Bellingham. And I knew this was coming. I knew we were going to start getting these stronger links. So the best case scenario here, in my opinion, is that his agent's using this as a make way to get more money out of Liverpool. That's what I think the best case scenario here is. Trent's agent goes, Madrid want them. If you want them to stay, you're going to have to pay up. And again, not great business that, is it? Not great business, waiting and then trying to get him to extend when he has you over a barrel. And it's not Trent's fault. I'm not trying to in any way say Trent has done anything wrong here. I'd do the very same in his position. But again, we're supposed to be the club that's clever with money. The club that doesn't want to overpay. And we've allowed this to get to a situation where the options are going to be overpay and keep them, or don't and lose them. Could have been sorted out 6 months ago. Why wouldn't Trent go to Madrid if they came calling, said Stevie Boy. Playing with Jude and some of the best players in the game. This is one club. Love the hoodie. Thank you. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you. It is a new hoodie. Well spotted. So, look at it like this for Trent. He's won everything at Liverpool. So he's done that. He's completed the trophy set at Liverpool. The manager that he had a great relationship with, the manager that always backed him, Jurgen, has moved on. We've a new coach in who I don't know what Trent's relationship is or is going to be there with Arne Slot. So there's every likelihood that he could think, new chapter in my career, over to Spain. And remember one other thing. Remember how Trent was treated during this Euros? Sitting on the bench while he looks at inferior footballers out there getting minutes for Gareth Southgate. So I can absolutely understand if he feels a little bit like, well, I've done everything I can at Liverpool. My contract's running down. The manager's left. Maybe this is the time. This could be that crossroads in Trent's career, much like we had with Steven Gerrard, but thankfully Gerrard stayed in the end. I've always been concerned about Trent. I've always told you guys I expected this to happen as the summer went on, and I told you that leaving these contract situations as they were was just a height of stupidity. And again, I had people defending the owners. People telling me that it was all going to be fine, all of these are going to be renewed, no problems there. It was always going to be a headache, and the owners don't give a fuck. And I've said it over and over and over again. They don't care. Craig, maybe Liverpool see Bradley as the way forward. Look, I see Bradley as the way forward. Conor Bradley is brilliant. I have no doubts about Conor Bradley. But you want cover and versatility as well. So if we were to say Trent goes, all we have then is really Gomez as option at right back. Gomez and Bradley, I mean, obviously. But it's not great, is it? I think we'll get an indication. If we're after Frimpong, I think that might tell us something. But I don't know if we're after Frimpong or not. Because again, some journalists say yay, some journalists say no. And we're all kind of in the middle, not knowing really what's going on. Not only have our owners shit the bed by not giving him a contract, but now they won't even see the upside of selling a homegrown player, which is pure profit. So they've basically potentially thrown away 100 million quid. It's idiocy. I've never understood it. He should have been signed up a year ago. To allow this to happen is nothing short of embarrassing from the football club. Joe said it's just paper talk. It is. But again, Joe, my point is, where's the denial? Where's the James Pearce, the David Ornstein, the Paul Joyce, the Chris Bascom? Where are they rubbishing this? They're not. And that's the problem. If this was absolutely untrue and completely just pulled out of thin air, they'd be denying it. But so far, it's all quiet in that regard. We're not really seeing the journalists say, nah, Liverpool aren't going to sell Trent. Liverpool have no interest in selling Trent. Liverpool think he'll sign a new deal. Not seeing any of that yet. See, this is just... The Greens said, I doubt he'll go to Real. He wants to be Liverpool captain. You don't know that, bro. That's the problem. That level of arrogance, and I don't mean that at you, my friend, but just in general, that level of arrogance, that's what's got us into this position. Thinking that it's going to be a formality and that he wouldn't dare dream about moving away. That's what's allowed this situation to develop. This sentimentality that some of our fans seem to have, and they think that players view the clubs the same way we do, with the same adoring, loving eyes. Trent has won everything at Liverpool, and that is where this becomes worrying. It's not like he has to say, God, I wish I won a league title at Liverpool. He's done it. He's won a European Cup. He's won the League Cup, FA Cup, Super Cup, Club World Cup, and the manager that was like a father figure to him has walked away. If ever there was a time where we're susceptible to losing Trent, it's right now.